My name is Andy Grubb. I'm a senior designer at LEGO, and today we're talking about an amazing new set, Friends, the Apartments. This set contains both the apartments that all the friends lived in during the course of the TV show, so both Monica and Rachel's iconic apartment, as well as Joey and Chandler's bachelor pad, and the hallway in between. So in Monica and Rachel's apartment, you can find all that eclectic furniture that they had assembled in this great bohemian style of Monica's decorative taste. We've gone through and gotten to revisit some of the iconic bits of artwork that are hanging through the apartments, but they've received their own Lego spin. So I'm quite excited for people to see those little Lego twists on the decorations. In Joey and Chandler's apartment, you can find their recliner chairs, their mini foosball table. You can find the duck and the chick, and throughout both, so many Easter eggs and references for fans to discover as they build the set, calling back to tons of classic moments in the show. So each one is the main set of each apartment. We've got a little bit of a bonus in the back of Monica and Rachel's apartment, which is the balcony area that they would stand out on, because we've got some classic references to some of the hilarity that ensued back there. And then the hallway in between, which you can actually either display as a third piece in the middle, like it's a third TV set, or align them all so the floor plan connects between the two apartments in the right way. We had a fantastic, overwhelming response to our first Friends at Central Park. So we wanted to obviously bring fans something even bigger and better. And actually the designer of Central Park did the first concept of these two apartments, and he was already a big fan. Of course, then we had that model and we went to Warner Brothers to actually get the real plans and real reference from the set design of the show. And then, of course, what's really challenging but fun about it is that the set changes over time, and there's so many seasons of the show that we then had to go double check, what did the show look like at this point? Was this detail here or here? And sometimes it changes. We were constantly checking reference, checking episodes. I must have watched dozens of hours of Friends episodes, not listening to the jokes, but just looking for what direction is the door facing in this episode. So I worked with the very talented graphic designer, Ioana Popescu. She's a big fan of the show, and she was also in charge of the minifigure design.
As a graphic designer, I'm the person responsible designing the minifigures for the set, any decorations and stickers that go on different elements. I was super excited when I first heard about this set, and I really, really wanted to work on it because I'm a huge fan myself. So there were, of course, a lot of things I wanted to fit in there, but I had to figure out what would make sense from a set perspective.
So we've got 7 minifigures in the set, wearing all new outfits. We've revisited the main cast, but brought something new to each of them, as well as included fan favorite Janice is the 7th minifigure. And Ioana's done a fantastic job capturing the essence of all these characters.
The minifigures in this set are not based on one specific season. We were just trying to find the most iconic outfits from throughout the seasons. For Rachel, we picked this really cool outfit with a plaid skirt, and she has novelty torso decoration and also side leg printing. For Ross, we thought it would be hilarious to show him in the black leather pants he's wearing in the episode where he just cannot take them off anymore. You can read the worry in his face. Monica has, of course, a love for cooking, so she's wearing a nice colorful sweater with an apron that shows that she's prepping food for her friends.
We've also got Phoebe. Phoebe comes with a paintbrush, and there's some great gags to some of Phoebe's failed art projects within the set that I'll leave fans to discover.
Chandler is usually wearing office suits, and he's well known for the tie he's wearing, so we decided on this ugly tie design. I think one of my favorite characters would be Joey. He is referencing the episode where he's putting on all of Chandler's clothes, so this was a very challenging minifigure to figure out because there's so many layers. We also added a red scarf element just to emphasize the fact that he has a lot of layers going on. Janice is usually very out there with her fashion, so we decided on this animal print outfit. I think what speaks for Janice is her minifigure expression. You can definitely hear her when you look at her design.
Oh my God! I'm sorry to the actress who played Janice. You can find all kinds of Easter eggs in both apartments. A couple of my favorites. We have the cheesecake that falls on the floor in the hallway, and Joey just comes up the stairs, sees them on the floor, and without missing a beat, reaches into his jacket, pulls out something to eat the cake with, and says, "So, what are we eating?"
I think a nice Easter egg is the poster behind Monica's TV. The piece of art there is very iconic for the TV show, but we tried to Legofy it a bit, and it features our motto, which says, "Only the best is good enough" in Danish.
throughout the course of the show, you never get to see what is in the closet with the green door, except for one episode, and the reveal totally changed your perspective on Monica as a character. So we've had a bit of fun, even including that moment. Fans will remember that Joey and Chandler have these really comfortable reclining chairs, and there's a particular episode where they make a point of reclining back in the chair exactly at the same time and just going, ah. And we've built it in as a function so that both chairs go back at exactly the same time when you've got both minifigures in it. And then there's a really deep cut Easter egg, which I've actually put into the floor of the apartments as you build them. And that's a little more abstract, but I think real fans of the show will appreciate it as they come across it. I think my favorite thing that we've got to build was Gladys, Phoebe's terrible 3D painting. Fans will know that Gladys is at least partially made from a mannequin, and actually doing a mannequin and having people identify that it's a mannequin minifigure as opposed to a living minifigure actually brought us a bit of challenge in terms of the design of the figure.
This was definitely interesting to work on because I had to figure out a design for a minifigure that looked a bit more lifeless compared to the actual characters in the set.
But also we had to do some fun things where we put the normal hairpiece for a minifigure on a little bit wrong, and we tilted a little bit wrong and had to, try to basically make as ugly a minifigure as possible. Just as Phoebe was, I also am very proud of Gladys. I think Friends fans are just going to enjoy the huge number of references and Easter eggs from favorite moments of the show, and I hope that those bring those moments back to fans and they get to relive them and enjoy just remembering how great the show made everybody feel and how many things they made us laugh at.